would sail those waters since he was 4, with eyes that read the turning tide, and hands like rope from the years gone by. He'd stand by the rocks at the break of day and watch where the dark waves slipped away, and the old man said with a knowing glance, he spoke to the sea like an old romance. Oh, deep, deep the waters run, where the tide meets the setting sun. He gave his days and he gave them well, was a man who knew the sea too well.
He warned the boys when the sky turned grey, said not every calm will choose to stay, but youth runs fast where wisdom waits, and the sea keeps time no man can change.
There were nights when the wind would call his name, like an old friend or a hidden pain, and he'd walk alone where the lantern swayed, with a quiet look that never betrayed.
Oh, deep, deep the waters run, where the tide meets the setting sun.
He gave his days and he gave them well, was a man who knew the sea too well. Now the shore lies still where he once stood, and the tide rolls in like it always would, but the boats go out with a careful eye, and the younger men don't ask him why.
For the sea keeps secrets it never tells, and it hums his name in the distant swells, and the wind through the sails, if you listen well, still speaks of the man who knew it too well.
Oh, deep, deep
the waters run, where the tide meets the setting sun.
He gave his days and he gave them well,
was a man who knew the sea too well.
Came on an ordinary morning with the dust upon his shoes, and he asked for work and shelter like a man with little to lose. There was nothing in his manner that would make the people stare, just a quiet way about him, like he'd always been somewhere. Oh, slow, slow the days went by, and no one thought to question why. For the time just slipped unchecked, he stayed longer than anyone expected. He would rise before the daylight and be working by the gate, and he spoke with calm and patience, never hurried, never late. There were stories in his silence but he never chose to tell. And the more the people knew him, the less they knew him well. Oh, slow, slow the days went by, and no one thought to question why. For the time just slipped unchecked. He stayed longer than anyone expected. There were those who tried to place him in a past they could recall, but no road would lead them to him, and no name would fit at all. Yet he sat among them evenings like he'd always known the way, and the town grew used to having him as the seasons turned to grey. Oh, slow, slow the days went by, and no one thought to question why. For the time just slipped unchecked. He stayed longer than anyone expected. Then one day he was not there, and no word was left behind. Just the space he used to stand in, and the work he left in line. And the town still speaks about him when the nights grow long and still, for he came without a reason, and he left them wondering still. Oh, slow, slow the days went by, and no one thought to question why. For the time just slipped unchecked. He stayed longer than anyone expected.
It felt different that morning, though I couldn't say just why. With the light a little softer and a stillness in the sky, there was nothing out of place there, yet nothing felt the same. Like a change had found its way in, without a word or name. Oh, still, still it was there, like a shift within the air. And I knew before I knew, it felt different that morning. You were standing by the doorway, but your eyes were somewhere else, and the words between us landed like they didn't know themselves. There was space inside the silence that I couldn't step across, like the ground beneath the moment was already turning lost. Oh, still, still it was there, like a shift within the air. And I knew before I knew, it felt different that morning.
slightly slower, like it waited to reveal what the heart had already sensed, but the mind could not yet feel. And I watched the day unfolding with a quiet growing weight, like a truth was standing near me that I couldn't hold or face. Oh, still, still it was there, like a shift within the air. And I knew before I knew, it felt different that morning. Now I look back on that moment with the clarity I've gained, how the smallest change can carry all the things that will remain. For the heart can sense the turning before the world can see, and that morning still reminds me of what was meant to be. Oh, still, still it was there, like a shift within the air. And I knew before I knew, it felt different that morning.
Down the harbor in the evening, when the working day was done, every cottage lit a lantern as the fading of the sun. Golden lights along the shoreline danced upon the quiet bay, while the fishermen were sailing home before the end of day. But the wind began to gather from the western edge of sea, and the sky grew dark and restless where the waves rolled angrily. Old men watched the distant waters with a silence in their eyes, for the storm was rising faster than the boats could outrun. Oh, the night the lanterns went dark still is spoken of with fear, for the sea rose up like thunder, and the wind would not grow clear. One by one the lights went fading along the restless shore. On the night the lanterns went dark, and the boats came home no more. Mother stood beside the harbor with their shawls pulled to the rain, listening through the roaring wind for a voice they knew by name. But the sea gave back no answer, only waves upon the stone. And the lantern flames kept trembling, like the hearts left there alone. When the morning finally broke through the gray and bitter sky, broken nets and drifting wood were the only signs nearby. And the harbor lay in silence where the boats had once been moored. Since the night the lanterns went dark, and the fishermen returned no more. Now the old ones tell the story, when the winter storms appear, of the sea that took their brothers on that long forgotten year. Oh, the night the lanterns went dark still is whispered by the bay, when the winds of late November begin calling far away. For the tide remembers always what the storming waters bore. From the night the lanterns went dark, and the boats came home no more. Beyond the road of weathered stone, where the narrow pathway bends, there's a valley old and silent, where the lonely river ends. Once the fields were full of voices, and the bells would call the day. Now the wind alone remembers all the lives that passed away. There were children in the meadow, running wild through summer light, and the songs from open windows floating softly through the night. But the years have thinned the village like the mist that fades at dawn, till the houses stand like shadows of the people who are gone. Oh, the valley of forgotten names holds the stories time has kept, every laugh and every sorrow in the quiet earth that slept. For the road has taken many past the hills they used to roam, leaving only wind and memory in the valley they called home. There's a church beside the hillside, where the moss has claimed the stone, and the gate hangs half unfastened, where the rust has slowly grown. Underneath the crooked crosses, where the wild white flowers grow, sleep the souls the years have carried into silence long ago. Yet when evening falls in amber and the sky turns soft and wide, you can almost hear the footsteps of the lives that walk beside. For the land still holds their stories, though the world has drifted far, like a quiet, distant whisper in the fading evening star. For the earth remembers softly every heart it once has known, even when the passing years leave their names in weathered stone. Oh, the valley of forgotten names still lies under open sky, where the winds of time keep wandering and the silent grasses sigh. And though none remain to call them as the fading years have flown, their lives still live in memory in the valley once called home.